Hello, welcome back. Today I feel inspired to do a spring eye. I know for many of you it may still be winter, but where I live it is like spring already. It is 70 degrees. It's 78 degrees. It is warm, especially when it's been in the 50s and 60s and just suddenly jumps up to 78. So we're going to do a tutorial on a very simple, beautiful spring eye. First, I'm going to go in with just a very neutral, like bone shade. I'm going to be using from the Tati Beauty. Now, Saint has one, and it's beautiful. It is more of a yellow undertone to it, so I prefer this Tati one for me just because it's got more of a pink undertone to it. And that just kind of matches. We're going to be working with pinks today, but it just matches the undertone of my skin, complements it better. And this is why I'm putting this on here. One, it helps. I do have, I just use whatever shade I use to brighten under my eyes on top of my lids. It just helps to cancel out any kind of veins or discoloration. For deep set eyes, it just helps bring some light to your lids and help them kind of come out a little bit more and open them up. The other reason is because I put the brightener color down here on there, I put a cream on there. If I go in with a color, it's going to stick to that cream. And by putting this on and blending it out, it's going to help. Like if that's stuck, you're not going to notice it because it's a cream color very close to my skin color. But if I go in with a darker color and put it there and it sticks, you're going to notice it and it's going to be like this blotchy spot that's not blending out. And we don't want that. So I put that on just to help make sure, one, things look good, my eyes looking big and open, and things blend well. Then next, I am going to go into my Saint palette. I'm going to be using the color Mama. So this is the same. You can get a gazillion different size palettes, 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers, half of this, a third of this, bigger than this. There's a bunch. I take all my neutral shades up here. That's what I love about it. You do not buy the palette with them in there. You buy the shades individually. However much you spend gives you a credit towards your palette, or you can just buy a palette outright. So these are where all my like fun colors live. I'm really simple, so I hardly use most of these. So I'm going to go into this color here, which is Mama. It's a very soft pink. The other thing about putting down that shade is it's going to help this one show up a little bit better. And I'm just going to sweep this kind of, I'm not doing it all over my eye, but most everywhere. I'm not going to get it in from the inner corner till about halfway in. Kind of doing the outer half and then all the way through the crease here. And you can build it up to your desired pigmentation, but this color blends really well. I wanted to add this because the white can seem, or the cream can seem really stark. This is just a way to soften it up with this really light pink. Now again, your natural skin tone may change how this color shows up on your skin. It's just a softer look than the big spark. Big old like streak of that. And if you love that, that's great. There's many times I leave my eye like that, but I'm just going for a soft everyday at home look. The next, I'm going to go in with Lullaby. I'm going to use the smaller end of my brush because I want to be super precise with where I put it. And then I'm going to blend it out. So like I said, deep set eyes, one of my things to make it look bigger is to create a crease higher up. Darker colors make things recede like a shadow. So I'm actually going to go above my crease on my brown bone essentially. And then I'm not going to come like straight down. I'm just going to kind of go along with my eyebrow here. I'm going to come straight down like this. It's going to make my eye droop. I'm going to kind of go out with my eyebrow. And you can choose to go however dark or light you like. Then you can dab back into the pink if you wanted to blend. I'm just going to use whatever's left over on this end. As I own, like, there's one brush I own 2 of because I use one for powder and one for cream. But otherwise, I own 1 of each brush. Like, don't have the space. Don't want to give up the space for it. I'm going to go in on this side. And once I dip it in, I tap it off, let the excess flow away so it's not down here. And again, we're going to go right above my crease. And on this, I must have tapped in much deeper because it went on more pigmented. Now you get all sorts of fancy. You could go in on your lid and put a sparkly color or shimmer color, glitter. You could go on the outer part of your eye and put in an even darker color to give some depth. You could go in like this bright, it translates pretty dark. It's not super dark, it's just a very bright pink and just kind of like give a little pop. I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm going to line my waterline and maybe add a little bit on the outside and mascara, and that's going to be it. I'll be back. All right, that's that. I didn't put any underneath my eyelash line. You could. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it, sometimes I'm not. I used this Thrive, what is it called? Ultimate Waterproof Eyeliner. That's not true. It's not waterproof. But it's not transfer proof, but it's not the worst at transferring. I don't know, it depends on the day. Sometimes it's really bad at transferring for me, sometimes it's not. But I put that in my waterline up against my lashes and then a little bit on the edge of the top eyelash line. I don't want to have, I'm trying to open up my eyes, so I don't recommend, especially with deep set eyes, doing eyeliner along the top part of your eyelashes because it's going to take up valuable real estate of lid space. And we want to make our lid space look bigger. So that is it. A quick, beautiful spring tutorial. If you'd like to see how you can make it for more of a night out by adding some darker color on the edge and some fun little pizzazz in the middle, leave a comment below and I will film that. Maybe I'll film that anyways. Sometimes it's fun just to show like how you can take a look and then like have it for the morning and then refresh it for the night for an evening out without having to totally redo your makeup, because it's really like not as tricky as you would think. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.